This episode of WisBusiness.com, the show, is brought to you by Grant Thornton, White Hirschbeck Dudek, Madison Gas and Electric, and the University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee.
Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Coming up, Tom Still talks about the science of food and why a recent study has some foodies up in arms. And Nancy Pautsch talks about Core BTS, an information technology company based in Madison with offices in 11 other cities. First, here's the WisBusiness.com stock report for mid-September. Rising, tech companies in Beloit. Software design firm Comply365 is relocating its headquarters from Roscoe, Illinois to Beloit. The company will lease more than 4,000 square feet of downtown space. Comply365 designs software platforms and applications that streamline documentation, training, compliance, and workflow. A year ago, internet coupon company Fat Wallet moved from Rockton, Illinois to Beloit to escape a new Illinois state tax on internet sales. And falling, home values. A new State Department of Revenue report documents how sharply the value of a typical Wisconsin home fell in just 4 years. The median value of a home was $171,840 in 2008. On January 1st of this year, it was valued at just over $150,000. That's a drop of 12.2% over time. The Revenue Department blames the drop on the recession and an uneven recovery. Tom Still is next with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
Please hold. Your call is very important.
Does it seem like getting technical advice from business advisors can, well, take some time? At Grant Thornton, client access to partners has made them one of the largest accounting firms in the country. Grant Thornton.
A study released last week by scientists at Stanford University concluded there's not much difference in terms of nutritional value between conventionally grown foods and those of the organic variety. Judging by the reaction from the organic foodies from coast to coast, you might think the Stanford researchers just shot their hippie gardener. What about the health of the planet and the health of farmers, they asked. What about animal drugs getting into the food stream? And don't you want to support your local co-op? Well, that's not what the study was about. The Stanford scientists reviewed decades of research to determine whether choosing organic produce, meats, and milk would lead to better nutrition generally. Their conclusion was no. In short, following organic for everything you eat does not automatically translate to clear, immediate health benefits. It wasn't a study about pesticides, genetically modified foods, or the economic benefits of supporting local organic growers. It was focused on the relatively narrow question of nutrition, which is important by itself, but not the only reason consumers might choose to spend more to buy organic products. What's most significant about the Stanford study is the power of solid scientific inquiry to ripple through the food industry from farm to table. Providing that kind of clarity within the often emotional debate over food is a Wisconsin strength. The state's long tradition of producing food is matched by a history of ensuring it is safe, produced efficiently, and in keeping with models of sustainability that often go beyond the notion of organic versus non-organic. Nearly 1 in 5 jobs in the United States is connected with the food and agricultural industry, almost all of which involve people who aren't farmers. Wisconsin is a leading food processing state, with the Milwaukee area boasting the highest concentration of food workers of any metro area in the nation. Not surprisingly, food science has deep roots in Wisconsin as well. Academic institutions such as the UW-Madison College of Agricultural and Life Sciences and the Marshfield Clinic have been studying food safety since the early 1900s. This processing and research expertise is important because foodborne illnesses send more than 300,000 Americans to the hospital each year. About 5,000 of them die. That's a far cry from 100 years ago, when a lack of refrigeration, proper packaging, and knowledge about food handling and preparation led to far more serious outbreaks in foodborne illnesses. But recent trends suggest that after decades of food safety improvements, a tipping point has been reached. One reason is consumer choice. People are buying or growing foods in many different ways, and there's no guarantee that local or organic is 100% safe. Globalization is another factor. As more consumers seek out foods produced predominantly overseas, it has complicated the processes for certifying safety or compliance with other regulations, such as those determining what's organic and what is not. Science and technology can help. It can provide innovative ways to improve safety while giving consumers more options. In Wisconsin, which produces food for the world and is home to world-class researchers, such innovation is, well, organic.
Thanks, Tom. I'll be right back with Nancy Pautsch, Regional Vice President of Core BTS.
White Hirschbeck Dudek represents companies at all stages of development and in a wide range of industries to navigate the legal challenges of regional, national, and global growth. At WHD, every stage takes center stage.
I'm back with Nancy Pautsch, Regional Vice President of Core BTS, an information technology company based in Madison with offices in 11 cities. Thanks for joining us, Nancy.
Thanks for having me.
Core BTS is a super regional technology services company headquartered in Madison. Tell us about the range of services offered by the company.
Sure, we provide business, infrastructure, and operational value by combining 5 major technology areas and 3 primary services offerings. Those offerings are envisioning, execution, and enablement, and that's all delivered by our professional services organization, or our PSO, our consultants. Those offerings, combined with the teamwork really of our PSO and our local account management, our local customer service, and our architects, really help us build true partnerships with our customers, because we can help them achieve both their business objectives as well as their IT-focused objectives.
Your partners include Microsoft, Cisco, EMC, VMware, Citrix, and other major companies in the sector. How do you work with them?
Sure. Well, you mentioned certainly our largest with Cisco, VMware, Microsoft, and Citrix, and really how we work with them. They manufacture great products. Those are best-in-breed solutions and manufacturers. And we, as their partners, make sure that, first of all, we have the depth of understanding of how those products work and how they can work most effectively in our varied customer environments. So we get the highest level of partnership we can have, so we have all the certifications necessary, as well as the experience to make sure that as we're working with customers to envision the solution to meet their objective, execute on it, and then enable those customers through technology adoption or whatever it may be, that customers are getting the most that they can from those products through our partnership, both with the manufacturers as well as our customers.
Telepresence is an emerging technology that has brought web and video conferencing to new levels. How do you see companies using this in the future?
Sure. It's certainly one of the leading collaboration technologies that we leverage with our customers, but you know, it's been around for a while, certainly in the vertical markets among educational, certainly higher ed. If you look at Madison College, who's been leveraging it for a couple of years very successfully. K-12, we have one of our customers is a consortium of several different school districts that's been actually able to save some of their curriculum by leveraging telepresence. Healthcare, there's telemedicine. There's also collaboration with telepresence and again other collaboration tools that really help speed diagnosis, as well as hopefully, you know, without sacrificing or potentially improving accuracy of diagnosis. So collaboration among caregivers, among physicians and nurses, primary care physicians and specialists. Really, there's so many ways, especially in the vertical markets, that that telepresence has been and will, you know, going forward, certainly benefit those industries. We, for example, leverage it in several areas of our business. Interviewing candidates, certainly among our offices with regards to internal meetings, but also customer meetings. If we have one of our consultants that's traveling or in a different region, we can bring that specialist in with a customer via telepresence. So really offering that flexibility to our customers, as well as getting you know, the right expertise at the right time for our customers' needs.
Thanks, Nancy, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by Grant Thornton, White Hirschbeck Dudek, MG&E, and UW-Milwaukee. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent Foot Executive Search. See you next time.